Hello, hello, hello. This is the Muzilog Magazine Podcast. I'm Sam Archer, your host, and today we got a very special guest in the building. She goes by the name Gergana. Did I do it right?
Yes, you did it perfectly.
I did perfect.
Thank you.
Velinova, and we want to welcome her to the show. How are you doing today, Gergana?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
And we love having you too. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And you has either you just dropped a record or you're about to drop a new record. Is it out? Is it out yet, or we're talking about it before?
So the record drops on June 12th, but the first single already
Mm.
dropped a month ago, and the second
Hmm.
single is coming out on May 15th.
Oh, that's right around the
Just,
corner.
yes, yes. But June
Okay.
12th is the big day when the entire album will be available on all streaming platforms and stores and everywhere else.
Okay, and the title of the album is what?
The title of the album is Free. Big word, especially nowadays, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So what's the story behind the title?
Well, Free is one of the songs, is the first song on the album, and that particular song that's out already is very different than the rest of the album. It's actually a vocalise, no words. It's just a melody that came to me during the COVID pandemic. And it represents the cry for freedom in a moment when we were all cooped up at home. And at the time, I was living in Seattle. And Seattle was the first city that was basically quarantined in the States. And
Hmm.
I remember looking at the birds outside and just being envious of them flying so freely when we couldn't even get out.
Oh.
And so the melody came to me very quickly, and I used um, quite a complicated rhythmic structure of that tune, which connects to my Bulgarian roots. So there's some odd rhythms, and it's more about kind of a ECM type of melody, Pathmathini-ish maybe, a holler
Okay,
to
okay,
the legacy of how much I've listened to him and his music. Um,
okay,
but Free
okay.
also is because last year I became a Canadian citizen after being an immigrant for many years between the States and Canada. And it's for the first
Oh.
time when I felt the feeling of being free from the shackles of in between and not really belonging. So
Mm.
to me, this has been a long journey as a Eastern European young woman coming out from
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
under the Iron Curtain and trying to find myself as a jazz female vocalist. It has
mm-hmm,
not been
mm-hmm,
easy, but has been very exciting journey.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I finally felt that I belong somewhere. And for me, somewhere is Canada right now in Vancouver. And I'm so grateful for that. You know, many people in the world are trying to find a place to call home and to be
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
welcomed. And I surely do feel welcomed. So free is a big word for me.
Yeah, yeah. Just four letters, but pretty big. And I like the meaning behind it. So just to share, I listened to Free, and two feelings came to me. I'm not sure if it was Pat Metheny, but I think girl from Ipanema came
Oh,
to me
that
a
is
little bit.
that is another tune that's called If You Knew. And
Right,
that's
right, right.
definitely, I am so excited to share that tune. Um, that's a dance. I used to be a
Yes.
dancer. And so I
Oh,
love
oh,
bossa
oh.
nova, and I feel music through movement a lot. And
Yes,
so,
yes, yes. So
yeah.
that one came to me, and there's another group. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they're called New York Voices. So if you know that they did like maybe two records. They were signed to GRP Records many moons ago.
No, I
So
I looked them up right after. Yeah, I'm
yes,
not.
so now and again, I'm not saying that the record sounded that way, but it just when I was listening to it, it sort of reminded me of the mood that that
Yeah,
um, that those songs and the group New York Voices that I remember listening to their records back then. We're talking what, maybe the 90s.
very cool.
I hope I didn't give my age away.
No,
Well, so
music is. Go ahead.
all right. So let's get a little bit about your beginning. I see you sitting in your, looks like you're in your lab. You have like a piano behind you.
This is
Um,
my music studio. I work here
mhm.
and I also teach here.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yes, I have. This is kind of this is a room that was my husband built for me, so I could just be here, close the door, and immerse myself in creative musings.
Okay. But so what age did you start doing music, and how did that progress into what you're doing now?
Well, I had my first performance on stage when I was 5 years old. My mother is a concert pianist and later on moved into musicology. My grandfather was a conductor and played bassoon. Um, in general, in Bulgaria, we were exposed to music from very young age. I also graduated from the Sofia Music School with classical guitar, so I was in specialized high school. And after that, I left. Right after high school, I went to the Musicians Institute in Hollywood to study jazz voice. From there, I transferred to Boston, where I did a degree in double degree in classical contemporary voice and also jazz. So from there, I went to New York when I continued some studies in contemporary music and also studied opera with renowned Bulgarian soloist at the Metropolitan Opera. So I did quite a lot of that. And then um, basically continued teaching, conducting, writing my own stuff. I had my own band in New York for years. I did my own music series every second Saturday. I really love to do many things. I don't just do performance for myself. I'd like to give back to the community, and I continue to do that here. I am on the faculty of the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra School of Music. I conduct a couple of
Wow.
choirs. So, yeah, I there's a lot going on.
Yeah, yeah, I see. I see. You're music royalty. Mom was into music, dad was into music. Now, when you came to Boston, was that Berkeley that you would have gone to in Boston,
I
or?
actually, yeah, I got accepted to Berkeley.
Hmm.
But Berkeley only had an undergraduate program. And I had already
Mm.
done undergraduate at the Musicians Institute in Hollywood. And so
Okay,
I ended
okay.
up auditioning. I didn't want to do just jazz. And I ended up
Hmm.
being the first student to go into the modern American music program. A lot of universities now are doing this type of programming where it's not just jazz, but they venture into all contemporary styles.
Mm.
And that was attractive to me. And I wanted to do a graduate degree, I wanted to get a master's. And so Longy had that program. And so I ended up getting a very big scholarship for the program. And it was about 3 years. It was fantastic. Longy had amazing faculty members from across Harvard because they're just
Hmm.
in the same square in Cambridge.
Hmm.
And it was just a really fascinating time in my life to learn so much more about music and how it connects, because a lot of composers and performers of the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, they were collaborating together with classical musicians, with dancers, with painters, with poets, musical theater, right? And it
Mm.
was very exciting time. So that was exciting to me to do as well.
Amazing, 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 and
Yeah,
congratulations.
thank you.
I see you're really engrossed. So now the project you have, you started in your studio, and what was the process? Did you take it from there and go to like like another place and had additional people coming in, or was everything
Well,
done in this room?
no, not at all. I should have had. I'm looking here to see if I can show you. My goodness, if you see how I write songs, you would think that it's the craziest thing. My songs are written on tiny little pieces of paper, scribbled, sorry,
Uh-huh, that's
with chords
okay.
and lyrics. Everything comes like a flood to me. So it's all original
Mm,
music. And
okay.
for the first time in my life, I thought, you know what? I know it's risky, but this is who I am. I'm going to put out my music entirely. I'm not going to do anyone else's, because
Hmm.
I've collected these songs from the time I had a baby and I couldn't perform, and then COVID happened.
Hmm.
And so I went to my dearest friend, who is a beloved pianist, multi instrumentalist here in Vancouver. His name is Kristian Alexandrov. And
Hmm.
Chris and I actually are classmates. And we found each other completely randomly from Bulgaria, right here in Vancouver. He's a
Wow.
he went to the music school too, but he was a drummer then. But here he plays mostly piano. He plays for the symphony as well, and does his own stuff. So I went to him and I said, Chris, there's no one else that can get me, because we come from the same. He can do the
Hmm.
Bulgarian rhythms, he can do grooves, he can do blues. Anything I ask him,
Mm.
he's so versatile. So I said, let's work on this together. And he became my producer. And then
Wow.
we invited our core rhythm section, and we went to an amazing studio here in Vancouver, Hipposonic, where a lot of well known records have been made. We had a
Hmm. Hmm.
session after we, had our arrangements. And later on, we ended up adding a lot more to the record. You'll hear he plays a lot of things. We've added different percussion instruments. We've added
Hmm.
um, Rhodes and B3 and solos and backing vocals and poems. It just kept
Hmm.
growing
Hmm.
and growing. And I feel so excited to share. And
Mm.
I really hope people will take time to listen, because nowadays we hear of someone doing something, we're excited for them, but then we go home and we put on records that we love from 30 years ago.
Yes, yes, yes. I like the story. Now this is album number what for you?
This is our album number 7.
Wow. So the previous albums you had probably covers and maybe a few of your originals. This one is where you're doing fully an original presentation that, songs that you composed.
Well, I actually, um, there are 2 albums where I've had some jazz standards,
Hmm.
but my very first album, no, my second album, which was done in New York, this
Hmm.
is, at times when New York was the place where you could do anything. It was so exciting. I actually did an
Yes.
album of entirely free compositions. We just went to the studio. I had a bunch of poems. I also write poetry.
Hmm.
And so I had them ready. And I had a cello, tabla, Indian tabla player instead of
Hmm.
percussion. He was a jazz drummer as well, but he was from India.
Hmm. Hmm.
And Keith Gans, who is a Grammy nominated guitarist, along with Kate McGarry. You
Hmm.
might know of her. She has multiple Grammy nominated albums. So Keith was in my first band, and we just put out a record of whatever happened in the room. It was all improvised. And then I've had original compositions on all of my records, but
Hmm.
one, um, which was a Life of the Floor record. But I did have The Thief, is another album that people could check out that has about 90% all my music as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, but not but sorry. However, where you are, you start the compositions there, and then go from there to develop.
Yes. Yes. I hear things um, in their entirety. I
Hmm.
hear the soloist, I hear the percussion, I hear everything that I want to have, but I need the collaboration of musicians to make it with me. So, what I usually do is I write my melody and harmony and lyrics together. Then I make a chart, and then
Mm.
I
Okay.
put my charts out to the band, and then I tell them what I'm hearing, and then we start together, and people improvise and put in their version of what they're hearing. But all the structure and all of that is first done right here.
Understood. Understood. So, is piano and guitar your primary instruments?
No, voice is my primary instrument.
Oh,
Guitar used
vocals.
to be a primary instrument for me, but it was classical guitar,
Hmm.
and I never really pursued that because it was really static. I with guitar I just always had to speak and sing and move, and guitar was
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
very. I think it's for people who are more into kind of a calm with calm demeanor. I'm the
Mm.
Broadway person that has to do more.
Okay, okay. So, what would you like music lovers and your listeners to get from this album that's coming?
Well, what I'm hoping is that they'll give it a listen from beginning to the end and discover the emotion behind it and choose a song for themselves to see, is there anything that they would connect with that speaks to a message that they could relate to. It could be
Hmm.
falling in love. I have a bunch of love songs. There's a song called Keep Walking. That's a song that has a very fun rhythm to it. There's a lot of a lot of the songs I've written are kind of crossover from jazz to soul to R&B, maybe
Hmm.
blues, and then lyrical ballads at the end. And in that song, Keep Walking, I basically talk to myself. I talk to my heart, and I say, keep walking, keep walking. This too shall pass. We'll make it, recreate it, just the two of us. This is something I wrote to myself in a moment when things were falling apart and I had no support, and I had to
Mm.
get myself out back into life and keep moving on and recreating my reality. There's a song that is just about adoring someone and feeling beautiful while you're falling in love and getting embraced and kissed. And so, hopefully, the listeners will be willing to listen, to close their eyes, and forget about my name or think, oh, what would a Bulgarian jazz vocalist give us? But I really am more Canadian and US, so hopefully,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. All right. Now, anything else that we should look out for in the near future from Gergana?
Well, I'm just really excited to get back to the stage and to creating because just like everyone else, COVID did a number on all of us. There's a lot of new things that I'm planning to do and continue to put out more records. I've written more songs, and I just hope that people will embrace this record and look out for the next projects that are coming out. And hopefully, even let me know about it if they like it. Write back, join my social media, connect.
Okay. Okay. Well, you can consider yourself family at Muzilog. Anyone who interviews
Oh,
here, you can always shoot us something, anything. You're promoting a show or a new single is coming. Maybe you're putting out a poetry book. Who knows?
I
Um,
am.
oh, so you're working on poetry too. So you see, it's a good thing I tapped into that.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So before we run away, I do personalize my guests a little bit. I ask them three questions. Are you
Okay.
game?
I am. Let's see.
Let's see. All right. Okay. You sure?
Well, depends.
I know. I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing. Okay. So, what is your favorite color?
Red. Can you tell?
Ah, I see. I see. Well, okay, okay. I'm going to use that next time. But sometimes I might interview someone and then they're like, I ask, and then they're wearing totally something else. But that's good to find out. So you like red, and
Yes.
my next question would be, when Gergana is in the kitchen on a good day, and all the ingredients and things she would like to cook is ready to be cooked, what would that meal be?
That meal will be pescatarian. I don't eat meat.
Okay.
I do cook fish or vegetarian or vegan meals. I love to use a lot of vegetables and spices, turmeric, and always parsley and dill to make things fresh. I love cooking and I love doing things from scratch, being Bulgarian and all. Um, so all kinds of variety, but as long as it once you eat it, you have to feel light and happy, not heavy and sleepy.
I like that. I like that. And what do you when you prepare that meal? What do you drink it with? Do you have wine, rum? What do you work with?
I am the most boring drinker in the world because I just love water and healthy stuff. And the funniest thing is that I married a guy who has a massive cellar and collects wine, but I don't drink. I don't drink. And when I met him, I thought he was an alcoholic because he had all these bottles. And I thought, oh boy, I don't think so because I don't like alcohol. And it turned out they were really special vintage bottles that he was keeping, and he travels around the world to wineries. So we're the most odd couple. And he will have a glass of wine and always go and say, okay, what are you cooking? Let me see what I'm going to get.
Oh, I like that. I like that. So while you're cooking, he'll have a glass of wine and come in the kitchen to peek on what you're doing.
Exactly. Yes. It's the funniest
Oh,
thing.
wow.
Yeah. And I'm just sipping on my water happily.
I like that. I like that. Okay, so my third, my that's funny.
It is.
My third and final question. Give me a moment. Need a moment.
I got more funnies if you want to for next time.
Oh Lord. Uh, so my wow. Let me get it together.
Get it
so my so
together.
my final question is who have you been listening to, let's say in the last 2 weeks, maybe two or three artists that's been in your MP3 player?
Good question. Well, I really love um, Lila Bielli's album Winter Songs.
Mm.
Lila actually happened to be here from North Vancouver. I haven't met her yet, but that album is magnificent. It just takes me to a beautiful place. And she got nominated for a Grammy for
Mm.
that just passed. And the record is magnificent. So that is a record I love. Kurt Elling's new record. My husband was in New York. He actually went to see him live twice. I didn't have an opportunity, but I've met Kurt multiple times, and I'm a huge fan of his music.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon Minamoto is another Vancouver local artist who put a record out as a tribute to her grandfather, who was in the camps here in the sad story of the Japanese families being put into camps during a time when
Oh.
Canada, I think, was made a
Mm-hmm.
very bad governing decision.
Yes, yes,
Her
yes, yes.
record is magnificent too,
I want to check it
absolutely
out.
beautiful.
But thanks for sharing that.
Yeah,
I would love to check that record out too. I like records
very
where it's
heartfelt.
very historic
It has a beautiful
records.
story. Yeah, so that's what I've been listening to the last 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, is there anything else you would like to add that I didn't get to ask you?
Uh, well, you know, to me, what I wanted to share with the listeners is that maybe I'm old school, or maybe because of my vocal training
Hmm.
when in classical setting, I find that lyrics are very, very important.
Hmm.
They are what makes a vocalist different than instrumentalist. And I find it rare nowadays to hear a song that has depth in it, or playfulness, or a rhyme that really works melodically and rhythmically. That's a craft that is not easy. And there's a reason why jazz standards have been sung over and over and over again, is because of that kind of perfection of the way it was written together with melody and lyric. And I
Hmm.
really hope that people will hear that in my music. And I focus very carefully on the message and what I share.
Hmm.
I I love to see people cry, tear up, or smile and feel like they want to get up on their feet and move, something that deeply moves them.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because if we don't move others as performers, then what is the point of music, right?
Hmm.
I really hope that people will hear this in my music. This has been, every word is intentional, every sigh even
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
intentional, and the message is for a deeper meaning in life, and for kindness and love with one another, and to reach the last song on my record is called Come a Little Closer. And I say, come a little closer to look behind these eyes, behind this heart. What do you see? Do you see me? Really, do we get seen for who we are,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
in real, in the depth of who we are as human beings? Do we take the time? And that's my invitation through my music.
Wow, wow. Very, very poetic there. Very poetic. Well, Gergana, this was amazing. I hope we have an opportunity to do this again. It was great learning about you and your background and the record you have coming and even the songs you've released. I'm sure my listeners and viewers are going to, take a look and check out some of your music. And
Well, I
mhm.
am so happy that I was on here, and thank you. It's been great to get to know you and your cheerful and personality. Thank you for the wonderful questions.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And again, consider yourself family. Anything you have to
Oh,
share,
thank you.
we at Muzilog will be happy to share it. We not only have the interview side or the podcast side, we have a publication side, and we do have a radio station side. So there's a couple of things that we're going to be doing with your music here, to for the platform, and consider yourself family.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome. Make it a great day today.